Hello, everyone. If you're living in Fort Worth, Texas, and you want to come to the North Atlanta area or vice versa, we're here to tell you the advantages and disadvantages of both places. So we're going to show you some homes in Fort Worth, and we're going to show you some homes in North Atlanta, and we're going to talk about the cost of living. We ask you a lot of questions, and we look at your lifestyle, and we look at what's important to you, because you can be in the North Atlanta area, and there's so many different subdivisions depending on your lifestyle, what you like to do. So we ask a lot of questions, and we help out, and we help buyers and sellers in the North Atlanta area every single week with these important decisions of their lives. So you can reach out to us, 770-626-5712. You can click on the links below, and we are the Real Estate Ladies of North Atlanta. So Sue, let's talk about the differences between Fort Worth and North Atlanta.
So one of the biggest differences is there's no state income tax in Texas. We really can't compete with that. But anyway,
we can't compete with that. Sorry.
You got us on that one. But anyway, one of the biggest differences though are the property taxes. The property taxes in Texas are roughly double of what they are here in Georgia. You know, most areas of Georgia, your effective property tax rate is around 1 or a little bit over 1, whereas in parts of Texas, like I said, it's almost double that. Let's look at a beautiful home in Texas and take a look at that.
And this is $450,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 1,919 square feet. It is a new construction. You're going to see that. So it is really pretty. Has all the bells and whistles, just like we do in the North Atlanta area. And what we see in Texas, and reasons why people will move from Texas to here, most likely we see is relocation. So sometimes we have to, they're not happy about moving here, but there are some advantages of living in the North Atlanta area compared to Texas. And one of them is that Texas heat, right? Oh,
well,
it's hot here.
That, while you're touching on the heat, keep in mind that because of that Texas energy grid in that Dallas-Fort Worth area, utilities are going to run for those homes are 10 to 15% higher than they are in the Atlanta area. So your standard utility of, for your monthly bills of your electric, your water, your gas, and so forth, they're going to run a whole lot higher in Texas than they are in Atlanta. Now, we do have 4 seasons here, but our winters are very, very short. So the bulk of your utilities are going to be in the summer here, but our rates are generally lower than the national average. Let's look at some homes here in the Atlanta area, Mary Ellen.
Okay, yeah. I think that's important to look. This one in Cumming. So tell everybody where Cumming is. Cumming, Georgia is just...
Cumming is north of the city. It's north of the Alpharetta area where Mary Ellen and I are located. We do go all over the North Atlanta area, though, depending upon what your needs are and what you're looking for. This Cumming is generally in what they call Forsyth County. Atlanta itself is located in Fulton County, but Fulton County is a long, skinny, almost S-shaped county. So Forsyth County is known for its lower taxes and still yet having great schools. The construction of the homes is a little bit newer out there because just like Fort Worth, there's land farther and farther out from the city. So that's where the new construction generally is.
And this one is 425. It's 7030 Devonshire in Cumming. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths. It's 1,800 square feet plus. It's a split level, so it definitely has some more square footage. But I think the differences you're going to see here is there's a lot more trees and privacy that way than you do see in the Texas way. And this one is 3901 Delfaire Trace in Cumming. This one's only $410,000, and it's 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1,400 square feet. So affordability wise, yes, I think Fort Worth sometimes might be a little less expensive, but it's just, what are you looking for lifestyle? And I think a lot of people, like I said, will move. We have clients that are moving to Fort Worth from Alpharetta. So it's because of business or kids, right?
Right.
A lot of people tend to follow their kids, right? They become empty nesters. We see that a lot here in Georgia, and they move to where their kids are. But a lot of people get, the grandparents, these are great houses for the grandparents, end up following their kids and grandkids to this area. And if you are over 62, you're able to get a discount on your property taxes. How cool is that? So, that's just a little perk. I mean, we don't have no income tax. I'm sorry, Texas, but we have a couple things that will definitely be a little, advantage to people moving to this area. And here's one that was $389, and that was 2240 McBrayer Court, and that was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and 1,300 square feet. And what we do see is these lower price points, that these houses don't stay on the market very long because they're very affordable. So because we do have areas that are not as affordable. So if you're looking for something here as well, that's great. And the one thing
compared to surrounding states around Georgia and higher cost states in the U.S., North Metro Atlanta gives you a good value for your money, especially when you're factoring in just housing costs in general, utilities, food, and the moderate taxes that we have here. Affordability does vary by county, how close you are to midtown or downtown. Property taxes can also differ by county. We really do like to talk with our clients and find out what their lifestyle is like, what they like to do. Do they like to play golf? Do they like to play tennis, pickleball? How important are the schools in the area? We've got great schools in the North Metro Atlanta area, and you can check out all the ratings on the schools on greatschools.org. Families with children don't have to send them to private school here. They can use the public school system, and we will take that into consideration when, we're assisting you in locating a great home. But it's not just an area for homeowners, but also for investors. So if you're thinking about investing in property, think about the Atlanta area and the North Metro Atlanta area. It is a great place to add investment property to your portfolio of assets.
Because there's so much relocation, and reasoning why is there's a lot of relocation coming to this area from Texas. But people are moving, they're getting relocated here, so they have to move. So that's just another area here. So if you are even thinking, if North Atlanta or Atlanta is on your radar, reach out to us. We're here to help. We're here. Send us a message. Text us at 770-626-5712, or you can click on any of the descriptions below, reach out to us. We're happy to give you relocation guides, and we're happy to guide you for your move if you're having to move to the North Atlanta area. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Sue, and have a great day.